Light brown 11, they're chasing 82 for victory. And driving nice into the offside. Misfielded very badly there. And he's just scooting after it. And they should get two very easily. So 2 runs there. That's Jaden out of St. Martin. And Treon Daniel is the other batsman at the other end. So the right-handed Jaden settles over his bat. Compact looking stance as here goes. That's a short ball, pulls it away. But there's young Daniel here at long leg, feels it and gets the return in. So the Matthew team made 81. Light brown maybe would come in at number 3. That brings young Daniel into strike. He's a left-hander. So marks his guard. So here goes. The young medium pace bowler moves in now to bowl short, and he's just watching it through outside the off stump, covering his off stump nicely, and just watched it through as he made a little bit of height. So here he goes now, moves in now to bowl. That time he's driving nice into the offside. The man has short extra cover, stops it easily. Little man here playing around with his hat. I'm sure he's not concentrating on the game right now. His hat is the focus. He puts it on his head, but not quite. Here goes Daniel in strike, turning it into the onside. Ball flowing nicely off the bat. That ends the over. First over completed. So, your bowler from the Virgin grounds races in now to bowl short. My goodness, made quite a bit of pace there. That's good stuff from the little youngster. He really bent his back there, and that one leapt off the pitch. Made good height, good pace off the pitch for the youngster. At this age, generating that kind of pace, I think we need to watch this guy, find out what's his name. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. That time is well pitch up, driven nicely to the offside, misfielded badly again. And he's just strolling after it. And it crosses the rope now. Really badly misfielded. I think he was concentrating too much on his hat. And that went away for 4. The bowler understandably very aggrieved. Fast bowlers don't like that. When they're bending their backs like that, and then the ball just runs through the fielder like that, he seems a little dispirited. I think he's going to bowl a bouncer now. I think he's annoyed enough to bowl a bouncer. Let's see what he does. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. This time he goes for the yorker off the outer edge of the bat, goes down to third man. Will he misfield as well? No misfield on this occasion. Thinking of the second. And some not so good backing up, but eventually prevents the second run. Treon Daniel taking leg stump guard. Shouted it quite clearly to umpire Carl Tuckett. Here he goes. Races in now. He's playing it in the air, just short of the man. And again, the fast bowler looking very aggrieved. It went a long way in the air. The fielder was waiting for it to land. Maybe a spectacular dive could have brought off something. But I guess it would have been his hat. Somebody's telling him to go in a little closer. Well, he has done that. Surprised that he hasn't bent his back again. First ball up was a snorter. He hasn't done that since. Here he goes. This time he goes for it. This time he's flashing. Here's Daniel. Pretty wide of the mark. And that one was banged in way down the pitch. And umpire Carl Tuckett seemed as if he was telling him one for the over. So here he goes once more. As he moves in now to bowl to Daniel. Here he goes. Bolt goes for the young flicked away. That's a lovely shot. Oh my goodness, Daniel using the pace, wristed it around sweetly backward of square for four. That's a lovely shot. It was full pitch and he's pretty quick. He just wristed it away. It was a lovely shot for four. Flick and a miss. Well, Jaden looks pretty compact, and so too is looking compact is Treon Daniel. And so, pretty good start so far. He's driving nicely, smoothly. The man is sliding across. Good effort on that occasion. Well, that's Bolo. So you expect that from Bolo. Here he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. To Jaden, flashing at a wide delivery. The umpire signals wide as well. Here goes now. Moves in now to bowl. Jaden is hitting it in the air. Oh, just over the head of the man. He was waiting and maybe should have been going back. But he just barely went over his head. Maybe a good jump. Well timed, could have pulled off something spectacular. He wasn't in any control on that occasion, Jaden. So, Jaden out of St. Martin settles once more. Pretty smooth looking run up. Bowls. He's pulling it onto his stump. Jaden is very annoyed. He was driving. It was not right up. It was just back of a length. He was driving a bit loosely on that occasion, got the inner edge and tugged it right back onto his stumps. Very annoyed with himself as he walks back. So that's wicket number one. Well, Omari Jones has come to the crease. He's a no-nonsense type of batsman. Pretty aggressive youngster. Settles over his bat now. He moves in now to bowl to Daniel. Daniel's punching it into the offside. The man misfields badly again. And with that ball going downhill, he's chasing after it. But he pulls it in. And they've strolled through for two. So the fielding really leaves a lot to be desired so far. And unfortunately, having run up and down, umpire signaled one shot. That's a lot of wasted energy there. So he moves in now to bowl to Jones. Down the leg side goes past the keeper. That's four wides. So off target on that occasion. So here he goes. Moves in now to bowl to Jones. Jones is hitting this one uppishly, but down towards mid-on. Daniel struggling to get home. And thinking of the second, but not on. So two left-handers at the crease now. So Daniel will take strike. Left-hander, pretty compact looking stance. Taps his batters. Here he goes, bowls. He's driving. That's a nice looking shot. Going downhill too. But the fielder gets across. Only a single. I could tell you something about this youngster. He has the real fast bowler attitude. He has just been told by the captain for today. It's not Matthew, but it's Anthony is the captain, that he's going to be not bowling this over. Matter of fact, he has given the ball to young Daniel. So Daniel will be bowling to his brother. It's not a nice thought when brother will be bowling to brother in a trial match. Both brothers will want to excel. And they wouldn't want to get each other out. Well, he wouldn't want to get him out really. He'd want to get Jones out. But if he has to, that's the way it will be. So I think this is Rondre Daniel, and he'll be going between the umpire and the stumps. Let's see what he bowls. He's bowling wrist spin, leg spinners. Well, that's a wide. landing way outside the off stump. His brother just watches it through. I wonder what would be going through the minds of these two brothers, knowing that you don't really want to get him out. You don't really want to hit him for four. Loops it nicely. Again, that must be pretty wide. The umpire watches that. Carl took it and says, okay, it lands within the space. So, Andre Daniel moves in now. More looks like finger spin than wrist spin. As he moves in now, loops it. Good loop, good ball. A little bounce as well. And his brother Treon was pushing tentatively at that. Beaten through to the keeper. Now, he should have been picking these from sensing his yard back home. But he wasn't picking that one. Here goes once more. Bo loops it again. He's driving loosely at that. Beaten through to the keeper. So, Andre Daniel would have won this round so far. So, really not afraid to loop. He goes once more. Flights it again. He's driving to the man at point. Can't score. So he's opting to play him from his crease. He hasn't danced down the track as yet, even though he's looping so much. Here he goes, loops it up again, and wide dish. Wide, says umpire Carl Tuckett. So he's bowling a teasing length and line. Bowling leg breaks. Here he goes, loops it. That's better pitch. He's hitting it uppishly into the onside. This time he feels well. And you get the impression that something will give here. Something just has to give. Here he goes. Moves in once more. Loops it. Full toss. He's banging it, but straight back to the bowler. And the batsman, fortunately, the non-striker Jones was in his crease. But that was a rank full toss. And he just drove it straight back down the track to the bowler. That ends the over. And it looks as if Daniel has injured a finger in the process. Signal to the pavilion, and he seems to be in some pain. So the youngster seems to be very, what we say locally, own way. Has a bit of a temper too. Took his time to get to short fine leg. So Jones will settle. And it looks as if it's going to be Athanaze who has brought himself into the attack. So the captains have been changed today, I understand. Previously it would have been Light Brown and Matthew. Today we have two different captains. So here is Athanaze. Well, punched into the offside. Down the road it goes. That's a lovely shot by Jones that goes away back with a point for four. He dragged it down, and Jones was punching it nicely back with a point for four. So Justin Athanaze, his dad, would have bowled off spin, and it seems as if he also bowls off spin. So learning the trade from his dad, and would want to pick up a lot of wickets like his dad did. So here he goes. It's going to be young Athanaze. He has placed a man deep on the back of the point boundary now. So does that mean he's going to drag them all down? So here he goes. Athanaze moves in now to bowl. He's punching it once more. The man has gone deep, but he can't stop that. That's four more. That's a lovely shot by Jones. Again dragging it down and punched away nicely by Jones for four. And that was quick. They have gotten to the total in very short time. Very short order. Stumps have been removed, so that's the end of the game. That's where we leave you from the Virgin grounds.